Ever since I started working full-time, I found it really hard to stick to a healthy routine. These productive routines seemed to be too much, and after a day or two, I would drop it. I'm happy to say that I feel like I've finally nailed down a routine that is not only productive, but is good for my mental health. And in this video, I vlogged an entire day while sticking to it, and I'm so excited to share with you.
Hey everyone, today I have a really fun video to share with you all that I am super excited about. Today we're doing a day in my life, a work day, but I'm doing a little bit of a twist on it. And this is my in-depth routine that I have been working on lately that truly helps me with my mental health and my productivity. I feel like with a lot of productivity videos, we don't see the mental health side of things. And a lot of productivity videos, although they are well-meaning, can sometimes push on us this narrative that we're not doing enough, we're not doing enough, we're not doing enough. The truth is, and what I have realized is that when I focus on prioritizing the things that make me feel good, establishing a routine that makes me feel good, I end up in turn being more productive. So if you guys are familiar with my videos, you know that I have been working on my routine and self-discipline, and I've learned a lot along the way in just a few short weeks about what works and what doesn't work, and most importantly, what makes me feel good. And so today I'm going to be sharing all of those with you guys. So speaking of mental health, you guys know that I struggle with my anxiety, and I've been very open about that. I've also been very open about therapy and how I go to therapy very frequently, which is why I'm really excited to be working with BetterHelp once again.
This video is sponsored by BetterHelp.
If you guys are OG subscribers, you may remember that I was working with BetterHelp about 2 years ago, and I was a paying customer of theirs for about 6 months. So you guys are getting a fully honest review of the service, and I wanna let you guys know that BetterHelp helped me tremendously. So you've probably heard about BetterHelp from some of your favorite YouTubers or maybe podcasts, but if this is the first time you hear about it, BetterHelp is a secure, affordable way of accessing therapy online. BetterHelp is actually the way that I got introduced to virtual therapy, which I still do to this day. And I can tell you guys that I will never again go and sit in a therapist's office because virtual therapy that I do right here from my couch is just so much more comfortable. So I got started with BetterHelp when I was working as a consultant in the heat of the pandemic, and I was extremely anxious and felt very lost about what I wanted to do career-wise. I was meeting with my therapist once a week, which I could not have otherwise afforded. Financially, I could not have otherwise afforded weekly therapy were it not for BetterHelp and their very reasonable pricing, which is why I love them so much. BetterHelp will connect you with one of their therapists. They have a network of over 20,000 therapists with a variety of experience and expertise. So whether you're feeling stressed about work, family, relationships, or anything else under the sun, or everything under the sun, there is a therapist in BetterHelp's network for you. What's great is that you take a quiz in order to get matched with this therapist, but I really think the best part is that for free, you can switch therapists if you need to. When I got matched with my first therapist on BetterHelp, I did 2 sessions with them before feeling like it just wasn't a fit. So I was able to switch to someone else, and we had an excellent chemistry and worked together for 6 months. I will truly, honestly be so grateful for the help that my therapist gave me. She gave me a lot of direction with what I wanted to do with my career. And we also worked on setting boundaries with family, which, although that is nowhere near the topic of this video, is very important. So I'll always be very thankful for her and for BetterHelp for offering an affordable service that really worked for me at the time. So if you would like to give BetterHelp a try, you have my honest seal of approval from my own experience. And if you feel like you need help, you guys, I just want to say there is no shame in reaching out. It is the best thing that I have ever done for myself with starting therapy and continuing with it over many years. So give BetterHelp a try if you're looking for a place to start. It is affordable, it is secure, it is private. And of course, I have a discount code for you guys, so you can get 10% off your first month if you use the link that I will have here on the screen as well as down below. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I think they are the perfect sponsor for a video that is all about mental health. I really hope you guys will enjoy the video and check out BetterHelp if you need someone to turn to. Now, without further ado, let's go back in time to 6 a.m. this morning when my routine starts.
Waking up earlier has quickly become one of the most important parts of my day. When I don't wake up early enough, I feel a difference all day long. I used to feel like there weren't enough hours in a day to get everything done for work and social life and personal. Turns out that waking up earlier will give you the time that you need to work on all of your tasks. Plus, you're so much sharper in the morning and you feel so good when you wake up early. At least I do. Waking up anywhere between 6 and 6:30 a.m. also gives me time to do my reading and morning journaling.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just sitting on the couch with my book. I just finished reading as much as I felt like reading this morning. Basically, I'm not loving this book, but I'm so far through that I still want to finish it. But now I'm going to switch over into journaling mode, and I'm going to try and do my sort of morning pages ritual, which is a brain dump of whatever is on my mind, then some manifestation writing, so some things that I desire, would like to manifest or bring into my life, and then some positive affirmations.
My morning trio, as you guys probably know, is read, journal, meditate, and I find when I don't get this done in the morning, the chances of me doing it later in the day are very low, and waking up early facilitates getting this trio done.
The final part of my morning routine is that I am working on meditating more frequently. I would say I now do it 2 to 3 times a week. The goal would be, of course, to get to every day. And I've been using Insight Timer as like a free guided meditation tool. I started following their Learn to Meditate in 7 Days course, and now I'm on day 5. I think it's good, but sometimes you're not in the mood for like that course, so then I'll just do like a guided meditation or visualization, and they have tons of things on the app. Today I'm just gonna go ahead and do day 5. It lasts about 10 minutes. Good job. So I just got in from my morning walk with Maggie, which is of course part of my routine every single day, every single morning. Then I washed my face, that's why I had this on. I'm going to do my hair now. It's a very, very gloomy day today, so I just got dressed in cozies. It's cold and rainy. It honestly feels like fall weather, which I should be mad about, but I'm not mad about, especially after the heat wave that we just had and that I know a lot of places in the world had. It's kind of refreshing. And I feel like on these colder days, I feel like these kind of cold, rainy days are the perfect day for like being productive, being studious, like whatever it is you've got to do, because as you guys know, when it's nice out, I'm always like just itching to go outside. I'm doing my usual slick hair today, but yesterday I actually was playing around and I did it in like a higher ponytail and then turned the ponytail into a braid, and I really liked how it looked. So I'm gonna do that again today because I think it's actually the last time I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm going to get my hair cut tonight. Haven't decided yet how short I'm going, but it might be too short. Like it's already barely long enough to do the braid. So I feel like once it's cut, that's kind of gonna be it. I'm always so torn with what to do with my hair. Like people tell me that I look good with short hair, and I do like having short hair. I feel like it actually weirdly makes me more confident sometimes and like more like edgy and fun. But I love having long hair too, and it's like you just kind of can't have both unless you do extensions, which I don't necessarily want to do. So that's my dilemma. But that is my hair for the day. And this is my outfit, pink tank top and blue shorts. not shorts, what? Sweatpants. These are sweatpants. And the pants have this pink writing on them, which is why I chose the pink top. So the next part of my morning routine is to have breakfast. This has been my go-to breakfast lately, which is a vegan yogurt. Of all the vegan yogurts, I prefer coconut. Doesn't matter the brand, but coconut unsweetened yogurt is my go-to. So we all know that breakfast is important, or maybe you do intermittent fasting, but I actually today want to talk about the importance of breakfast from a mental health perspective rather than a physical health perspective. So I've only realized this honestly over the last week because I've been tracking my mood for about a week now, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So along with tracking my mood, I've also been tracking my eating and whether or not I'm eating enough and whether I feel like I'm eating like good, healthy foods. And what I realized is on days when I don't eat enough, my mood is actually very much impacted. And I can see in my trackings that there is a correlation between not eating enough and being in a worse mood or having higher anxiety, which is crazy. And it's actually a really cool thing that I realized about myself. On days when I don't eat enough, I'm more anxious. The other thing that happens with me is that when I am anxious or when I am overwhelmed, I can tend to forget to eat. So what will end up happening is that I will eat less frequently throughout the day, but I'll eat bigger meals, which is fine. And that is how some people prefer to eat. But when I do that, my mood is actually impacted because I've like skipped breakfast because I was just too much into work mode or I was too stressed about something. So I skip breakfast, I'm overwhelmed, or I forget to eat, I'll forget to eat lunch, like whatever it may be. So to combat this, I know that when I eat breakfast, even if it's just something small, if I'm not super hungry first thing in the morning, when I do eat breakfast, that gets me in the routine of eating more frequently throughout the day and therefore eating enough throughout the day. And I do think this has an impact on my mood. So I'm gonna make a little healthy yogurt bowl with the vegan yogurt like I spoke about. And then I have some leftover peaches. They look moldy, but it's just peach fuzz from Niagara. So I'm gonna cut 2 of these peaches up and stick them in the yogurt. It's gonna be so good. And then I'll top it off with a little honey. So there we have breakfast. It looks so good. All right, so it's about 8:30 now. I am in my office and it is time to start work. I know it's not ideal to eat your breakfast while you work and we should be mindful while we eat, but guys, I'm honestly just not there yet in life. I usually eat breakfast while working and I'm okay with that. I find that I would rather get my day started, get work going, because that just has a better impact on the rest of my day than taking more time to eat breakfast and starting work later, and it just pushes everything back throughout the day. So I don't mind having a little breakfast while I check in for work, and I actually find it quite pleasant. So my next kind of tip and really important part of my routine that I try and do most days is to work in shifts. And what I mean by this is basically to not get stuck multitasking. Sometimes people call this batch work, but basically is setting aside a certain amount of time to do a certain task or tasks that are related. So I work on a few different contracts and I do YouTube as a job. And you guys can imagine if I was trying to do all of those things all at once, different contracts, filming. I mean, I guess I'm always filming, but if I was trying to like edit a video while simultaneously like waiting on emails from my contracts, it gets messy. And I worked like that for many months while trying to adjust and figure out this kind of freelancer lifestyle, and it simply did not work. I was always overwhelmed, everything was chaotic, and in the end of the day, nothing got done. So what I've started doing is with one of my contracts every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I start work from about 8 or 8:30 to 11:30. I do a 3-hour work shift, and when I'm done, I close up that task for the day. I try not to think about it for the rest of the day. There's like a fruit fly going on. I try not to think about it for the rest of the day. I try not to fuss about it. And I switch my brain into my next mode, which might be editing a video. And that way I'm just focused. You are so much more productive when you are focused. Every single productivity video guru, whoever, whatever, will tell you that focus is so important. And so I find working in shifts helps me with that focus. Now, the next thing that really helps with focus is starting your work shifts early, which is why I've chosen to start at 8 a.m. I find on days when I'm filming, I tend to run a little bit later because, you know, I'm carrying my camera around with me everywhere. So that's why I'm starting about 8:30 today, but that's okay. As long as I get going early, it allows me to, one, feel like I've accomplished something by 11:30 a.m., which is an incredible feeling. That allows me to have more hours in the day to get the rest of my stuff done. It also allows me to finish work earlier on days when I can, so that gives more time for fun activities like social, going to the gym, whatever it may be in the afternoon. I'm not stuck dragging my work too late into the day, which I don't find feels very good. And lastly, you are of course very often most productive in the morning, so why not get started as early as possible? So with that being said, let's jump into work mode. You guys already know my first step is to do my agenda. How sick are you of seeing this planner? Not me, I'm not sick of it, I love it. So my first thing is to do my planner. Usually I'll just play music or play a podcast, and this is when I enjoy my breakfast and make my plan for the day. So with that being said, let's jump into my first work shift of the day. Just stood up from my desk. That was quite an intense work shift. We're gonna talk about taking breaks in just a second, but I normally like to take little breaks in between working on a contract so that I can switch my brain in between the different contracts, but I had a call right at 11:30. Ma'am, you guys hear Maggie whining? I had a call. The fruit flies, I forgot, oh my God. Chaos in the house. This is the realities. Why are you whining? I'm gonna take you out very soon, I promise. Anyways, I had basically a call right after I finished my first working shift. So it was pretty intense, and now I'm very hungry. You're gone now, you're coming back. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling. All the places, I hope it means that you come home to me. Once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation.
Cheers now.
Oh my God. Hey, thanks for the coffee.
I hope I'll be something that you want. So I am back from my walk now. This is empty. I just kept it so that I could like hold it in this clip. I guess that's silly. I got a decaf though, because I was like, Zoe, you've already made so many good choices and done so many good habits today. Like, let's keep it up. Let's talk about breaks. Breaks are an essential part of my mental health approved workday, shall we call it. It's funny, or actually maybe not really, but I feel like a big part of toxic hustle culture is like the vanishing of breaks. And when I would watch TV, we would always see office workers going for lunch, taking smoke breaks, taking breaks. And it feels like over time, and especially recently, people just don't take breaks anymore. And in fact, not taking breaks is often glamorized. I remember when I worked in consulting, it was like a thing to kind of flex on the fact that you worked through lunch, that you skipped lunch, that you haven't taken a break all day. And it's just like, that's just not, I don't know, I don't think that's something to celebrate. For me, taking breaks allows me to be more creative, be way less stressed out and overwhelmed. I have really good ideas come to me when I take breaks often. and it just breaks up the workday, which I find allows me to stay sharper and in turn be more productive. So my tip for you guys is not only to take breaks or take more frequent breaks, but also make your break times meaningful. And what I mean by that is, in my opinion, mindlessly scrolling on Instagram or TikTok during your break isn't necessarily a meaningful break. When my best ideas come to me and when I feel most rested after even a short break is when I do things like take a walk, make myself a nice cup of tea or coffee. Taking a tidying up break is also one of my favorite things to do because I find working from home, my kitchen especially, can get really messy throughout the day. So taking a quick break to clean up some of the dishes or just tidy up feels really good. Taking a break can also look like calling a coworker, having a quick chat with a friend, anything to just relax your mind a little bit, because we are so on all of the time that it's okay and it's nice to give yourself that switch off and really change things around in your mind. And I feel like social media just doesn't do that. Sometimes you may even feel the need to schedule your breaks because we can get so easily overwhelmed, work, grind, push. But taking breaks is so essential. So take it from me, taking breaks feels good and honestly increases your productivity. So I hope you will give it a try. Now, before I jump back into work mode for the rest of the day, there's one thing I want to show you guys. You may have been wondering how I've been tracking this, and I've been mentioning that I have like concrete proof that these things impact my anxiety. And right behind me here is that tracking system and that proof. So what the heck is this? I purchased a large desk calendar from Amazon, and I pre-populated it with some prompts. The prompts that we have are tracking mood, eating, water, was I bloated, did I take my supplements, did I do my meditation, did I do my movement, and did I do my journal for the day. If we look here, this is what a single day looks like. So journal, movement, meditation, supplements, bloating, mood, eating, and water. Mood is the most important one, and this is really what I want to see any correlations with. And then I also have a period tracker up here to see what impact that has. So at the end of the month, I'll be able to look at everything and draw correlations between my cycle, eating, water, meditation, all of that. And you guys, knowledge is power, because for example, right here, I can see on Wednesday and Thursday, both weekdays, which is interesting, I did not eat enough. And at the end of the day, I had anxiety, and I have this strongly tracked here. So now I know to give making sure I eat enough throughout the day a try, and I'll be able to see, does my afternoon anxiety improve? Hi guys, so the workday is officially done and I am here. I took the metro to the plateau to come get my hair cut, and I'm really excited, but I'm also nervous. I wish I could like speak to you guys instantly through the screen and be like, what should I do with my hair? Do I cut it? Do I keep it long? Decisions. Anyways, this brings me to my last thing of the day and also the last point that I want to make for this video, which is me time. Now, in a perfect world, we would have me time every day, and something that I personally need to get better at is not necessarily having me time every single day, because I know it's not always going to be possible, but having me time more often. And when you think about it, it's actually crazy how, for some of us, how little we dedicate time to ourselves, like time just for us, time that we're 100% doing what we want to be doing right now. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of the times for me, this me time looks like going to the gym, going to a workout class, going for a run or a long walk. Basically time that is 100% for myself, and it's not like a chore, or I'm not doing something because I feel like I should. Something that is 100% for you, not for your mom, not for your boyfriend, not for your girlfriend, not for your best friend, for you. And that could look like hanging out with other people. That could look like going to a yoga class or to a gym class. It could look like going to get your hair done like I'm about to do, which is not something we do every day. Getting my nails done used to be a big me time thing for me, but I'm kind of taking a break from that right now. And especially as I work on spending less money, I need things that are me time that are, you know, a little bit on the cheaper side. So I'm gonna go get my hair cut, and then my best friend is actually coming to meet me, and we are going to walk home so that we get a nice little long walk in. So that'll be super fun, and I feel like is the perfect me time because it's a little bit of solo time, including like my time on the metro coming over here, some pampering with the hair wash and cut and dry, and then some BFF time at the end. I literally can't think of anything more perfect. I am home now. You guys can see my hair. It got a little bit messed up because of the humidity on the walk, but it's kind of just like my classic short haircut. This day was so much fun, and I want to thank you so much for joining me, for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, inspirational, or just entertaining. I don't know. So I will see you guys all in my next video. I love you so much, and remember to take care of yourself because you deserve it. And thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. If you guys would like to try out BetterHelp and get matched with a therapist, you can use the link on the screen once again or down below. I'm so grateful to BetterHelp for working with me, and I'm so grateful to you for watching this video. See you in my next one. Bye. Travel